Lionel Messi or Wesley Sneijder, who was the rightful winner of the 2010 Ballon d'Or, controversial, the Ballon d'Or and other awards, and hardly ever is there a consensus in selecting a winner. No edition of the Ballon d'Or best suits the above description than 2010, when Lionel Messi pipped Andres Iniesta and Xavi Hernandez to what was his second award at the time. But many believe that a man should have won the award, even make the top three, for his exploits for both club and country in the year in consideration. And even to this day, as Messi marches towards the award for a likely 8th time, while Sneijder has been retired for 4 years. An unbelievable amount of people still believe the Dutchman what most of the Sneijder conspiracy theorists 13 years ago echo about his Ballon d'Or chances is the fact that he won the treble with Inter Milan that year, and followed it immediately with a great individual display at the FIFA World Cup, which produced a silver medal for the Netherlands. And in truth, Sneijder was indeed integral to both club and country in what was a great year for him. Undoubtedly the peak of his career. 8 goals and 15 assists in 41 games across all competitions the UEFA Champions League to help Inter Milan win 2009-10 season, Coppa Italia, and 5 goals and an assist in 7 games at the World Cup in South Africa further strengthened his case, especially since the man who won the award had a poor Mundial where he failed to score for Argentina. But the fundamental flaw of this argument is that a Sneijder win would have rewarded narrative over individual brilliance, which negates the entire point of the award to begin with, as Messi was undoubtedly the best player in the world strictly going by performances. Messi ended the 2009-10 season with 47 goals across all competitions, his best ever single season tally at the time, which also included 34 league goals in 35 games, to help Barcelona win the La Liga title with 99 points. His league tally also won him what was his first European Golden Shoe at the time, as the highest scorer in all the league across the continent, the highest tally that won the award at the time since 2001-2, when Mario Jardel scored 42 goals for Sporting Lisbon. Many believe Wesley Sneijder should have. Mythbuster is a series that critically fact-checks preconceived footballing notions and myths. This edition takes a trip down memory lane to the 2010 Ballon d'Or, which Lionel Messi won, but many believe to have been Wesley Sneijder's year. The Ballon d'Or and other awards in general are typically controversial and contentious, and hardly ever is there a consensus in selecting a winner. No edition of the Ballon d'Or best suits the above description than 2010, when Lionel Messi pipped Andres Iniesta and Xavi Hernandez to what was his second award at the time. But many believe that a man who did not even make the top 3, Wesley Sneijder, should have won the award for his exploits for both club and country in the year in consideration. And even to this day, as Messi marches towards the award for an unbelievable amount of people while still believe that Dutchman retired was the best player in the world. 13 years ago, Messi ended the 2009-10 season with 47 goals across all competitions, his best ever single season tally at the time, which also included 34 league goals in 35 games to help Barcelona win the La Liga title with 99 points. His league tally also won him what was his first European Golden Shoe at the time, as the highest scorer in all the league across the continent, the highest tally that won the award at the time since 2001-2, when Mario Jardel scored 42 goals for Sporting Lisbon. His 68 points were also the highest tally in the European Golden Shoe race at the time since 1999, although the magical Argentine would go on to surpass the tally 4 times himself in his legendary career. Understandably, the World Cup is a significant consideration for the Ballon d'Or in any year the Mundial holds, but it is definitely not the only prerequisite. There are separate in-tournament gongs too. appreciate the top performers specifically, for only their World Cup contributions, and nobody batted an eye. When Sneijder failed to win any of those, he was not the best player at the tournament. Everyone agreed that was Diego Forlan. Neither did Sneijder win the Golden Boot, which he lost to Thomas Müller on technicalities, despite scoring 5 goals, along with David Villa and the aforementioned Forlan. So even at the tournament on which his Ballon d'Or case was built, Sneijder was not the best player nor the outright highest scorer or assist provider, and did not win the tournament. It is important to note that this is not to rubbish Sneijder's legacy or denigrate what was a fantastic World Cup campaign. From his perspective, 2 of his 5 goals in South Africa were winning goals, including a quarter-final brace in a 2-1 win against Brazil. He scored 4 goals in the knockout rounds, including 3 straight games: Slovakia in the round of 16, Brazil in the quarter-final, and Uruguay in the semi-final. The argument here is that however impressive his World Cup was, it was not enough for a Ballon d'Or push, as the longer stretch of the year in consideration was spent with his club, where his performances, although good, were nowhere near world best levels. Yes, he did win the treble with Inter, and was important of course, but how integral exactly? If one could only select one key player that season, then number 1 would have to be top scorer, Diego Milito. Other important parts of the treble-winning team include the legendary Samuel Eto'o Macon, who was tied for the highest number of assists for Inter that season with Sneijder, not forgetting the likes of Esteban Cambiaso and Lucio among others who
were at the very least just as crucial to the success of Mourinho's team.
Please subscribe, comment and share.